Hi, welcome to this channel and I'm going to talk about lights. You can easily create lights by clicking on the right click here in the hierarchy view and going into the light and check and choose whatever light you want. The directional light is a light that is very powerful and you can see it will make many shadows. You can choose to change the angle of directional light and you will see the effect on the shadows. Also, the lighting is different. Be aware that the position of directional light isn't important. It behaves almost like a sun. So it's like it's very far and it has many power and it is very powerful. And if you want, you can also, by going into the emission, change the intensity of it and make it less powerful. Or also you can make this blue or purple or any color that you want. But in default is setting something like similar to the sun's color. And this is the first type of lights. When you create a Unity scene, it always, I'm going to the scene, create a new scene to just show you. And save our main scene and going to the new scene. We can see the main camera and directional light are automatically created. And if I go back to our scene, you can see we have directional light. But just to show you the other types of light, I'm going to disable this light and create another type of light, which is a spotlight. A spotlight is some type of light that uses for the shows. For example, in theaters or concerts, the main artist has the light on himself. And you can see the light. We can also change the angle of it and make it more intense or less intense. And you can make any amount of these lights that you want, but they are heavy, especially for mobile devices. They use a lot of resources. And also know that real-time indirect and bounce shadows only supported for directional light in the Unity's default versions. If you want to shadows for these lights, you must pay for the paid version. And also you can not for spotlights, but you can make an spotlight directional light, and it is very intense. So I make the intensity less, and I want to. Now, if you notice, there is a little difference between this light and the previous light, and that difference is it doesn't have any shadows, and I can give it hard shadows and soft shadows. And if I by zooming into the ground is the shadow of this cube. You can now see the hard shadows, the intensity of them, and soft shadows. And the last options is there are also another option called cookie. It is something for the light itself. For example, light bulb in the, for example, if these poles have, this part became the cookie of the light, but not this part exactly. The hollow behind the light is the cookie of light. I don't have anything good to show you, but I'm going to first delete the spotlight that we converted to directional and create another light called point light. The point light is exactly the light that we use in the light bulbs. And if I increase the intensity, you can see it has some area that lightens this area. And also I can make this smaller or bigger by changing the range of it. And also I guess we could, no, we couldn't. We must have the paid version to see the shadows. But there is another option. You can always use the bake option. The difference between baked and real time is executed in every frame, but the baked, it bakes the lighting. For example, if I move the light here and okay, there are baked and real-time lights. The baked lights, you must bake them and then bake the scene. But I'm not fan of them because when you bake something, if anything new goes into that direction, it doesn't have any shadows and it kills the liveliness or being alive of a game look ridiculous, and it makes a more game dead and unlive. That's the reason why I like real-time lights. And so the last type of light is area light, and I'm not going to discuss it in this video because area lights are only baked and I don't like baked. I do not baked light, and they are really bad. Okay, the last type of lights is area light, and they are only baked lights, and because they are not so good, I'm not going to use them. If you want to use them, in any case, you can choose area light and play with it, and by going into window, rendering, lighting, you can generate lighting if you want a baked light. But I'm going to tell you another thing. You can choose point light and change the position of it. For example, we make this here and change the exact position of this component for light, and it has some light in it. You can also make this a little bit so you can see it has a light. And if I increase the intensity to 20, for example, you can see the ground is shining now. I can also make another one for the right side of the pole, and you can see it looks like it has some light. Anyway, that's it for this video. I just want to show you some lights, and I'm going to enable our directional light again that has shadows, and you can see shadows. And thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, consider to like and subscribe.